Happy Friday. I hope you've had a great week. Coming to you with another Friday lender tips and tricks. This one is specific to wire fraud. It's something that I review every year. I review it with clients, but it's always a good refresher to stay top of mind. So wire fraud occurs when someone convinces someone to wire money for a deposit, for closing costs, for rental fees, for any type of fee that's obviously not going to the intended party. So in general, for real estate and mortgage wire fraud, it ranks 7th in the types of fraud that occur throughout the year. So it's pretty high up there, with an estimated at least $230 million each year that is incorrectly wired or fraudulently wired. So it is a big deal. I think if you've worked in the mortgage world for more than 3 or 4 years, you've probably had at least one client that's been a victim of wire fraud. I know I have. I know everyone in my office has. So while we think it wouldn't happen, it does. And especially as technology increases, we are seeing smarter and smarter wire fraud abilities. So the past where they had to call and try to get people to wire is long gone. They're able to send emails, they're able to send text messages that mimic the exact email of the original sender. So a good example, we had someone who unfortunately wired their money to an individual that was not the attorney, because they received an email that looked like it came from an individual in my office, and they had copied the headshot, they had copied the email template, everything but the actual email itself looked just like an email that one of us would have sent that client. And the client unfortunately thought it was legitimate, did not call or check, and wired out their money. So when you're in that transaction from the very beginning to the very end, whether it's earnest money, whether it's appraisal fees, whether it's cash to close, reminding clients to double check before they send money. Even for our appraisal fees, I tell them exactly what site it's going to come from. I tell them the day that I send it, and I tell them that it was received, because I do know that they can get fraudulent emails. But I remind everyone on my side, we as the lender will never ask you to send us your earnest money or your closing costs. It goes directly to the attorneys. We're seeing a lot more attorneys using portals now like Qualia. That is on purpose to help reduce that wire fraud instance, because it's letting clients know you should not receive a direct email from the attorney if they're using one of those portals about wiring your money. It will come through the secure portal. So it's a good idea to have it somewhere in your paperwork and verbally reminding your clients to be extremely careful when they're wiring their money, and to always double check. I have told clients literally before, while I understand you can wire through your banking app, if you're going to do so, please call the attorney's office ahead of time, verify the account number and the amount you're wiring, or go to your bank, because they will do a first-hand verification of that account number to make sure it matches the name that you've provided. But it's an important piece for us to remember and warn our clients about, because like most things, they are not knowledgeable about the transaction and all the components of it. So we can't expect them to just automatically know that wire fraud is so prevalent and that they could be a victim of it. So just some knowledge for you. I hope you have a great weekend. And if you need anything, I'm always here to help.